This is Heather. Heather, for those who don't know you, could you introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what you do?
Okay, well, my name is Heather Fowler, and I teach at Underwood Elementary. I teach first grade there for my real job, but then I like to work with PAWS. I answer the calls on the adoption line and just try to help out with fundraising.
Heather, what county are you teaching in?
I teach in Lauderdale County.
Okay. Is it difficult as a teacher, instructor to bring up the pet subject or anything like that?
It's not at all. Kids love to talk about animals, and so of course I work it in every day and try to get my message across about taking care of their animals and how important it is to spay and neuter. I work it into my lessons pretty much every day just because that's part of who I am.
Could you give us an example?
Well, like a lot of times when we're talking about writing, like if we're writing paragraphs, of course my favorite topic would be, let's write about our pets and, things that we do to take care of them. And so it just fits in real naturally. Or if we're doing math, I might make up story problems about if you have 2 dogs and 2 cats, how many? And so it just works its way in naturally.
So how many school children have you taught and educated about animals?
Last year we got to do about 700 elementary kids, and it was really easy. We did Waterloo and Central and Underwood elementary students, K through 3, and it was just a group of volunteers. I just got in touch with the counselors and we set up times, and the volunteers went and presented the lessons, and you came and helped, and it was very successful. All of the teachers really said the kids responded to it, and even showed me things months later that they would write about, that they remembered the people saying.
So we're making progress.
I think we are making, and we really need it out here in the county too, because there's just a lack of education amongst adults.
Yeah, I'm actually writing a book right now with another lady, and it's for children. Age group is approximately 10 to 14.
Oh, wow.
So when it's done, hopefully in the next lifetime, I'll let you know. Then we can put it out to the schools. Yeah.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah. Because kids naturally just love learning about animals. Yeah. And if they can just learn early how important it is to spay and neuter, that's the main thing I try to get across to them. Because a lot of them, they just don't grow up hearing it. Their parents didn't grow up hearing it, and they just don't think about it. So it's
I know they don't, do they?
And that's really going to be the key long term
to
solving this problem. If we can educate those kids and get them to do it. So
thank you, Heather, for what you do, because we can't do without you.
Oh, y'all are great. And so actually that's kind of why we're here today with Annie. Back in July, I saw her in a field close to my house, and I could tell she had puppies, and eventually she let me approach her and begin to pet her. And so then I followed her to her puppies, and they were under just an abandoned shed, kind of out in a soybean field. And so I called Debbie Nelson and Dan Summey and Ashley Stoddard, and they came out, and we went and we got the 9, we thought 9 is how many puppies she had. We got them out from under the shed, and Dan looked again, and we thought we had them all, but Annie would not get in the pen. And so I saw her go back over across to where the shed was. I told my husband Clay, I'm going to go see why Annie won't come over here and be with her puppies. And when I went back over there to the shed, there was one more. We had left 1. So I thought it was pretty amazing that she knew that she had 10 and not 9, and that we had left 1, and she wasn't going to leave it over there. And then a lady named Darlene in Delaware, and she works with Dogs in Danger Rescue. And Elizabeth Karsnack, I think is her name, was the one that put us in contact with Sarah P.A.W.S, who I think runs Dogs in Danger Rescue. And then she put me in touch with Darlene.
And Dogs in Danger Rescue is located?
Dogs in Danger Rescue, the way I understand it, is located in New York, but I think they have fosters maybe in Delaware and a couple of other places close by, where they split the dogs up once they get up there. They go to 4 different people, I think is the way it is. Took all 10 of the puppies, and they've all been adopted, when they were old enough to be weaned. They were put on transport, and the guy that does the transport, I don't remember his name, but maybe Bark and Ride?
Bark and Ride.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes, I think it was Bark and Ride. They met us, it was it was a guy that runs it, and I think he does it every week. But he was so sweet because I had gotten really attached to the puppies. My mom and I actually both had. And so when we took them that day for him to take them, he was just so sweet and made us feel a lot better. Of course, we had to cry a little bit when we let the puppies go, but I'm just so glad that they sent up there and they've all been adopted and had great homes. And Annie's just been hanging out with me and Clay and our dog Sammy. And she's a really good dog. She's been fixed now and she's learning some manners, but she's still just a little bit shy. And so earlier this week we had an adopted family come to look at her. And when they tried to pet her, she was just kind of had her tail tucked and seemed scared. And so I thought Annie could just benefit from some help from Jane and just getting more comfortable with strangers and just some more socialization probably, because I don't think she's had a lot of that in her life.